You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. On today's show, we're just going to answer questions from subscribers, get back to the roots of this channel, engaging with the audience, and just answering questions from the real ones. If you didn't get your question answered, it means you're not subscribed. So I kindly ask everybody to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and it still tells me about 50% of the people that watch are unsubscribed, so please change it. Davey, what's up, man? Yo, what's up? Would you trade Stafford? Would I trade for Stafford? Yes. I think that ship has sailed, though. I think he's either going to play for the Rams or he's going to retire. That's kind of where I'm at. On that, would I pay a price of a second-round pick? Probably. But, does Matthew Stafford want to come here? He was a play away from getting to the NFC Championship. I don't know. Rob Jigga, what's up, man? Marsh, on a scale of 1 to 100, how confident are you today with the Giants getting Cam Ward? More mocks have Ward at 3. Yeah. Bucky Brooks did a mock. Cam Ward went to 3. Daniel Jeremiah did a mock where he went to 3. If you ask me today, as I filmed this video on January 30th, I think it's a 50% chance Shedeur Sanders is the pick. I think it's a 30% chance that it's Travis Hunter. And I think it's a 20% chance it's Cam Ward. That is on January 30th. We'll see how we look on March 30th. Bear! If we sign Fields or Darnold, do you think there's more of a chance we go BPA? Yeah, I do. But I think Joe Shane and Brian Dable know that their job security and the leash that they're going to have from Mr. Mara is going to be longer if they get out of the round one with a quarterback. But hey, if they go out and they sign Sam Darnold, I would rather them get Travis Hunter because he's a 27-year-old quarterback that you're signing at a premium. That's more than likely going to be a guy making $40 million, $30 million. For Fields, I think you still draft a quarterback at 3. Darnold, I think you go more BPA. I don't know about Fields, though. Marco Di Natale. If we get Keenan Allen, what happens with Wandale? He stays on the team, and he just sees his reps cut a little bit. He's not the starting slot receiver anymore, and that might be a good thing. This team needs more talent. I don't know if Keenan Allen is going to be the guy. He has said publicly, and a lot can change. It's either Chicago or the West Coast for him, but I love the idea of getting a veteran, slot wide receiver that can get open in one-on-one man situations, is excellent at creating separation, and strong hands. Look at Jaden Daniels with Zach Ertz. Look at Jaden Daniels with the slot connections he had all year. I want a slot demon, not a 10 catches for 40 yards slot demon. I want a slot demon on this team, and Keenan Allen's one of the best route runners in NFL history. Jaquicks. Is Stephon Diggs too old in free agency for us? I think so. I think in this stage of his career, he's probably looking to compete for a Super Bowl. As much as I love this team, I think we're a couple years away from that. He's coming off a torn ACL. He's over 30. His last 100-yard game was against the Giants in 2023. I'm not really interested in Stephon Diggs. The big move. I'm sticking with my original take. Sign Justin Fields as soon as free agency starts. Draft Travis and play him at corner. And use him as wide receiver on 3rd and long red zone. Get him QB in the second round, best available. I think that's absolutely possible. And look, I think the Giants are going to go out and sign a quarterback. I think they may trade for one. Before we get to the draft, there's that minimum going to be one new quarterback on this team. Travis Hunter, I would play him both ways. I would. I think he's built for it. I think he's special. And if you don't get a quarterback in round 1, you better take one in round 2. Marco, what's up? Marsh, you demand. Now you demand. What are your thoughts on taking Restrepo? I like Xavier Restrepo. I have him more as a day 3 pick. I think he's a good slot receiver. Kind of reminds me of Sterling Shepard a little bit. I don't know if I want to play it on the outside. I wonder about his long speed. But as a 3rd-round pick, I'd be cool with it. Corey Grant, do you think Shedeur Sanders wants to play for the Giants? Yes. He made cleats that were New York Giants designed. I think if you ask Shedeur Sanders who he wants to play for the most, I think it's the Giants. I think the Raiders are up there too. But he knows what it's like to be a star in New York. I mean, New York Giants are bad. No doubt about it. Outside of the Cowboys, when the Giants are good, they're the biggest story in the NFL. They just are. If you want the Giants to draft Shedeur Sanders, hit that thumbs up icon. I want to take the pulse of the fan base. Let me know. We'll get to more questions coming up in a second. First, though, I got to tell you guys about our proud sponsor, Game Time. Thank you to Game Time for sponsoring this video. And if you're looking for tickets to the big game coming up, you can get the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed with our proud sponsor, Game Time. Best seats for the lowest price. Price actually drop as the events get closer. You are going to be working with an app that specializes in last-minute tickets. It's easy to resell your tickets as well. And if you use our promo code ChatSports, that is ChatSports, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. Last-minute tickets and flash deals. Views from the seat. Lowest price guaranteed. Use that all-in pricing feature. That way the price you see is the price you pay. And use that Game Time Picks feature. That way you get locked in to the best deal. All this information will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. Chat Sports for the promo code. $20 off first purchase where terms do apply. CTM. What up, CTM? Will the Giants try to trade up to one to secure their guy? What assets would you give up? I think if the New York Giants have a feeling, Corinne, that they think one of these guys is the guy and a franchise quarterback, they might not mess around and just go get him. We saw in 2017, the San Francisco 49ers traded down from 2 to 3 with the Bears. Bears traded up from 3 to 2. They gave up 2 third-round picks and a fourth-round pick to move up one spot. I'd be willing to do a deal like that. To get to the number one pick, you might have to give up a little bit more. I mean, look, I think both these guys could be successful quarterbacks in the NFL. You need a team around them. You need to develop them. You got to get them protection. But at the end of the day, like, you need a guy. And Giants haven't had a guy in a long time, and Giants haven't been anything in a long time. Throwing shade. If you had to trade draft positions with the Raiders, what's a fair offer? To be honest, if a quarterback's on the clock, there is not a fair offer because I have deemed these guys that I think could be successful in the NFL. And the Raiders wouldn't trade up if both quarterbacks are, if one of the quarterbacks is not on the board. So yeah, I wouldn't do it. And it would have to be multiple first-round picks. Multiple. That's where I'm at on that. Mr. Rick says, how much money does Shane have to play with this spring? To my knowledge, it's about $54 million in salary cap space, 12th most in the National Football League. They could easily create more money by restructuring Brian Burns, restructuring Dexter Lawrence, restructuring Andrew Thomas, and cutting your boy, Graham Gano. BX paying, NY repping. What's our plans for Evan Neal? Hopefully to trade, move him to guard. Can we trade and get anything good? No. You cannot get anything good in return for Evan Neal. No, he's not good. Not good. I'd love to pawn our trash on somebody else and get a good return, but that's not happening. Mr. Rick, is there any truth about Shane making a stab at Sam Darnold? It was reported by Jordan Renan a couple days ago the Giants liked Sam Darnold last year. And if you liked him last year, and then he went up and threw 35 touchdowns, sure you're going to like him again. Yeah, I think there's some juice to the Giants signing Sam Darnold. Shane Tompkins, what's up, bro? Are we all worried that our front office misses more than it hits? Yeah, absolutely, Shane. That's why I said I think the Giants should fire Joe Shane. We have a lot of picks in this draft, but I'm worried the 2024 draft class was a fluke. I do too. I don't really believe in Joe Shane as a talent evaluator, especially on the offensive line and especially at quarterback. I said I would have fired Joe Shane and started new, but I'm going to believe in him because at this point, you're not going to fire him for another 365 days, and my life would just be miserable if I came up here and shitted on him at all times. So I'm going to believe in him because what else do we got? Pixie Dust. If we don't get a QB in the draft, who would you be happy riding with from free agency? If you don't get a QB from the draft, I want Sam Darnold because he's the best quarterback in free agency. That's my answer. That's my answer. If you don't get a quarterback in the draft, I want the best one in free agency. Thing is, free agency is before the draft. So Giants are going to have to fill that hole before that, and they're not going to know if they're going to get one in the draft. Interesting to see what they'll do. CTM, why have the Giants not signed many future reserves contracts? I don't know if there's a reason to it. I think they signed like 5 or 7 of them. We did a video on the channel. I'll look into that, though. I'll look into that. I'll do some digging. I'll let you know if there's any reason as to why it's not more, but they did do a handful. They did do a handful. Nick Jones, how do you feel about drafting Cameron Scattaboo to pair with Tracy, second or third round? I just think, man, that the Giants, I get it. And like I got to say it again, BPA, BPA, BPA. I don't know if I want to draft a running back in the second or third round this year. There's a lot more holes on this team. And I don't know if you fill them all in the draft, but I'd rather take a running back in like the 5th round. You got Tracy, who I think played better than expectations as a rookie. He's played the position for 2 years. Hopefully the offensive line gets better. Hopefully he gets better. And hopefully Motor Singletary is a good RB2. You paid him. You better be. I'd draft a running back in the later rounds. I don't know about second or third round. Scattaboo is a good player. I want more premium positions drafted in premium rounds. Sean Mullins, last one, my man. Can Derek Carr be good here with a good line? Yes. Malik, possibly Hunter, possibly Diggs. He's got heart, just maybe never had the right team. I think Derek Carr is the top 18, 19 quarterback in this league. If you sign a right guard, you sign Derek Carr, and you add a Malik Neighbors and Travis Hunter, yeah, I think it could be pretty solid. What is that, 8 wins? 9 wins? I think so. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter @MarshallGreen_, Instagram @MarshallGreen_.